Hi guys, I have a question for you. All right, what color is the zebra? I know it's a little silly, maybe, but you know what? There's no such a thing as a silly question. Every question is actually valid. All right, so I know most of you are going, maybe 90% of you are going, oh, the zebra is white and black. All right, that's actually true. The zebra is white and black. But if you were to ask me what color is the zebra, I'll tell you the zebra is actually black and it has white stripes. You see, it's the same, both, like I said, both answers are actually correct. The zebra is white and black. The zebra is also black and it has white stripes. It just depends on how you look at it. Okay? So why am I talking about about the zebra? I'm talking about perspectives in life. You know, how we view something, how we look at something, all that has, makes a huge difference in our lives. And in this case, I'm talking about personal experiences. We are going through different things right now with COVID and everything around the world. Okay, I'm not gonna go into COVID stuff, but my point is, life happens to each one of us, and how we look at it will have a different impact. Like how we, perceive something or how we view something will actually make a difference. Okay, I'll give you an example. I think it's still a good example. All right, so when I was a child, so between the age of 5 and 7, I actually lost both my parents. Hey, do not say, oh, I'm so sorry. No, because that is what I hated when growing up. People be like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh, you poor thing. You're an orphan. And the word orphan used to piss me off. All right. It's not denial because I know my parents died and I accepted that. I mourned that. Okay? It's been 30 years now, no, 28, 29 years, I think, when my parents died. But growing up, I used to, especially my grandmother, when my parents died, I lived with my grandmother, and my grandmother used to have, and everybody in the house used to give me like a special treatment kind of a thing. So I would misbehave. I'll do whatever I want to do, as a kid, and I'll never be disciplined because it was like, oh my goodness, do not talk to her like that. She's an orphan, or do not treat her like that. She's an orphan. Oh, poor thing, poor thing. And like, honestly speaking, I did get away with a lot of things. I would get away with murder, but that I never murdered anyone. But what I'm saying is that I would, and I could. No, I would. Yeah, it's English anyway. So that's kind of a thing, and I also understand that it can be either way. Being an orphan, in my case, I had like some special treatment in a way, and also being an orphan to other people with different experience was a horrible thing. There was no one to actually protect them or take care of them. They were abused and all that stuff, and it's still happening. And that's a different story. So there are two sides to a coin, but I'm talking about my side of the coin, my own experience. That, yeah, put me in a box. It was a pitiful box. Oh, I'm gonna do something special because she's an orphan. So in my teenage years, I decided to say, no, I will not be called an orphan. That was a no-no for me. I lost my parents, but I'm not an orphan. This is confusing, and it used to confuse people. Say, oh my goodness, I had no idea you're an orphan. I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, I am not an orphan. I just lost my parents. That's it. I have parents. My uncle and aunt, by the way, who brought me up, they're amazing. They're the best parents I've ever had, and I could wish for. So for me, they're my parents. They give me love and everything. And I look at other people with parents in their lives and look at my uncle. I feel like I got more from my uncle and aunt as parents than people with their own parents. That's, like I said, I'm speaking from my own life and my own experiences. So that word of an orphan for me was something that I never wanted to be associated with, even though it was what it was, or it is what it is. I am an orphan, but being called an orphan and having that mentality to say I'm an orphan would actually, I would just, no. You know, even growing up, like when I was in my 20s, if I say I don't have parents, I would be like, oh no. And if I sense that someone is treating me different, or the fact of not having parents, just the pitiful, I'll say no, 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 no. I am a person, if I want to get something or do something or whatever, I will do it. Not just because I don't want you to give me something because you feel like, oh, you know, she's an orphan, so, you know, special privileges and stuff. And I know it goes all the way back to when I was a child, but I had to say no. So just do life, work for whatever I deserve, and if I don't deserve something, let it be. Anyway, I've grown up with this kind of mentality. I hate to be put in a box. So to every experience, to every situation, I'll look at myself and say, okay, what's the different angle to this situation? And I think because of that, it's what brought me even here to Australia, and it's because of how I look at situations and how I look at my life. I've had a very rough life, you know, full of waves, full of storms and mountains and rocks and all that stuff. But in all the messes, and I know most of you, if you'll be watching from Facebook, for example, you know a lot of my stories, and family and friends, of course, you know a lot of my stories. But I've always tried to find a different perspective, even in the waves, because that actually matters. That changes the narrative of your life, the narrative of your story. You tell a different story from different angles. So do not just look at the war and say, yes, it is a war. That's it. This is a war. This is a war. But if you do this, yeah, it is a war, but it looks like there's a wood or a plank or something behind. Then your perspective changes. You'll be like, oh yeah, it is a war, but behind there's a wood or something still that is holding the war. So it's not just a war. It's a war, but it has like some sort of paw or something. When you look at it, so yeah, it's a war and it's painted red or what. So perspectives, it changes. So my encouragement to you guys today is that whatever you're going through in life, you have to look at it from different angles. It's actually going to help you navigate through different things, and it's a very good. I don't want to say a skill, but it's a very good mentality to have. Yeah, maybe it is a skill. I don't think it is a skill, but just developing that kind of mindset of looking at situations differently, you will see how your life will suddenly start to change. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you today. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I'll be sharing a lot of things, stories from my life, stories from the people in my world. I love stories. I'm a storyteller, so yes. So thank you so much, and yeah, I will see you next time. Bye for now.